The table lists women's and men's total enrollment at U.S. community colleges, professional schools, universities, and colleges, both publicly and privately controlled for various years. We see here that women were, there was 6.1 million women here in 1985, and that's been increasing up to, in 2005, 9 million women. And we see here that men have also steadily increased enrollment from 5.7 million to 8 million in 2005. Let capital M, W, and capital M be enrollment in millions of women and men respectively, both at T years since 1980. We're first asked to find a linear equation of M and N. We have a hint here that says round the slope to 3 decimal places and use the variables. Taking a look, we do have the lines graphed here. So we're going to go ahead and use the first and the last points, even though maybe it's not the perfect line, but it helps here. Ideally, maybe we would have this piece sloped up a little bit, but we'll go ahead and use the first and the last points. We can see here that the y-intercepts are going to be just above 5 for both of these. So using the first point for women, it would be 1985 is 6.1, and then 2005 is 9. So we see here in 1985 there were 6.1 million women. In 2005 there were 9 million women. T is years since 1980, so 1985 minus 1980 equals 5, which gives us 5 years or T years, and similarly we get 25 years. So the slope in this case is equal to 9 minus 6.1 over 25 minus 5, which is 0.145. And then to get the y-intercept, we'll substitute this point and the slope and the x-coordinate. And so b is equal to 6.1 minus 0.145 times 5. We're going to subtract this over, which gives us a y-intercept of 5.375. So the equation for women enrollment is capital W is equal to 0.145 T plus 5.375. Similarly, with men, when we do this, we get an equation that's 0.115 T plus 5.120. Going back to the question, we would enter those two equations here, and the follow-up is part B. Use the graph of the equations to estimate when women's and men's enrollments are approximately equal. So we see here that back here is when men and women were approximately equal. We see that men are increasing at a higher rate, and women's enrollment, we see here that the enrollments of men are not, were higher than women here, and lower than women here. Men is the red line. So we're asked right here is in the year what? Well, it's this year, which is about 9 years after, 9 years before 1980. So this would be maybe 1972, 1971, somewhere in there. And what was the enrollment for men and women? Well, it looks like it was right around 4. So around 4 million. And then we're asked to predict the total enrollment in 2014. Well, we can actually just use our equation for each, for men and women to find that enrollment number. So using these two equations, and we're looking at for 2014, which is subtracting from 1980, we get 34 years, and this is our T. So substituting that T into each of these, for women, we have 0.145 times 34 plus 5.375, and for men it's 0.115 times 34 plus 5.120. Typing those both into the calculator, for women we get 10.05, for men we get 9.03. So the total together, because it asks for total enrollment, would be around 19 million or so.